All right, this is definitely the star of the show. We're going to be making Bannock with Mr. Bannock's classic Bannock mix. This is what I, got to see of you the first time I met you, and it changed my family's life forever. This is amazing, this wonderful recipe, and tell us about it. Tell us how you put this together. We'd love to learn.
Yeah, so just do a quick little short story. Like our Bannock mix is what we use every day when we're serving in the food truck. But also now, like my work's changed a bit more. I do a lot more consulting and traveling and work training chefs that are Indigenous and non-Indigenous, right? But this is what we use, and for everybody that doesn't have Bannock mix, that recipe is super easy. And everybody should have the ingredients. 1 cup of flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt, and then just water, right? So it's 3 simple ingredients. There's a lot of different ways to do Bannock, but like I said, I grew up in the kitchen with both my grandmothers and my mom, so bringing what I learned from them and slightly adjusting it to serve more of a variety of people. So our Bannock mix is vegan friendly, so there's no dairy or anything, right? And again, super easy. You can bake it, you can fry it. One of my past workers said there's 1,000 things you can do with Bannock,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. It's great, and it's so wholesome. I mean, there's nothing really processed or adulterated. It's just a very sort of homemade, nourishing recipe. I really love Bannock as a carbohydrate source. I think we can't eliminate carbohydrates from our diet, and it's very, very important to include them, especially if you're trying to bump up your activity level. Your energy, your fuel is coming from carbohydrates. So this Bannock can be a great option if you want to make a sandwich or you want some breakfast. A lot of my folks skip breakfast. This is a wonderful way to start your day. Just by adding some protein, adding some fruit, you can really include Bannock as part of your morning routine or a snack. A lot of folks don't have any snack ideas, so I really love it. I use Bannock. I love your mix, and it just makes my life easier, knowing it's the right amounts.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It took a lot of trial and error to do this, and it's kind of funny because who remembers what they did during COVID, right? Like everybody was locked down for how long? Yeah. And me, I was brewing this up, and that's legit what saved me during COVID was these Bannock mixes, right?
I love that.
So we shipped them all across Canada and then down the US, and my friends from Spirit Bear ship it as well. So it even made its way to Europe and stuff too.
Wonderful.
So super exciting.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You're spreading goodness, and I love that. And how about you, Paul Jr.? How do you feel about Bannock? What does it mean to you, and how do you use it in your day?
I've been having Bannock since I was a very little kid, and it's just been one of the things we always make, and it's just fun to make out with my siblings and just have fun messing around in the kitchen and making different things with Bannock. Like how my dad said you could do 1,000 things with Bannock.
Can you name your top 3 things you would, suggest using Bannock in? Top 3 recipes that you love?
A dessert, a sandwich, and Bannock tacos.
Bannock tacos. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I thought you said Bannock dogs.
I'm not you, Dad.
Yeah, again, there's so many different things you can do with it, right? And
I love that.
For me, one of my favorites is I went to Thunder Bay, Ontario, and they had a brick pizza oven, a fire pizza oven, right? So we did Bannock pizzas.
Awesome.
And, I helped this young chef there. She's Indigenous, but she's going to culinary school, so I went to go there and work with her, and we banged out probably 40 large Bannock pizzas and sold them for lunch service,
Awesome.
So just doing Indigenous foods on a larger scale across the country is pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And just taking, that fusion to the next level. I love that. You really bring in a lot of joy and commonality when you do those fusion moments. I think
Yeah.
they're really special, really like great for community building, and
You can't go wrong with a pizza, you know.
you can't go wrong with a pizza. It's the ultimate comfort food.
And-
Now I'm gonna have to try the hot dog.
Yeah.
I've not done that yet, but
Yeah.
that my kids will love, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so how do we get started?
Yeah, so in our Bannock mixes, we create these, and there's 4 cups all together in the whole package. And it's sealed pretty good.
And how long is this good for? Like if you have this mix and...
Well, dry goods could last up to 2 years, right?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great.
This is 1 cup.
Yeah, I think so.
So we'll do half of it because we're just doing a small dessert, right?
Yeah.
So there's 1 cup. So we're gonna start off with 1 cup. So that's
Wow.
1 cup, and then I'll add another 1/4 cup, and that should be good.
Great. I was going to say, while you've got something in the oven, you could be doing this at the same time. Nice time saver. Or you could make your bannock and maybe freeze some of it, and if it's people don't eat it all.
Yeah.
You could freeze the leftovers, and it freezes really well as well. You definitely don't want to use, an oil that has a lower smoke point here. So we're using canola oil, Canadian, of course, and that way you can heat the oil up, and it's very safe. It will not break down at the high temperature. So that's really important when you're frying or using high heat.
So we just grab like
Bring
this,
it closer.
like a little more than this. If you want a big bannock, then you just put it in the oil.
Beautiful, nice job.
And then, yeah, 2 minutes.
Okay,
About 2 minutes
very
aside.
good. So if you were to bake the bannock, how
Yeah.
would you, what would you
Yeah, so
recommend?
you can do it the exact same way, but just put it on in a loaf pan or on a baking sheet, just like that. When you're cooking, a lot of different ovens or stove tops have different hot points,
Yes.
so you can just rotate these so it cooks kind of evenly as possible.
And when you make it in the pizza oven, it doesn't rise as much then.
It does.
Oh, it still does?
It does,
okay.
yeah. But if you're gonna do a pizza, you would do more of like a dough,
Okay.
not like a liquid.
Aha,
Like what we did.
okay.
Not as much as water.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah. So you
But
could
would,
actually shape it.
you would do it
yeah.
exactly like the same you would any kind of bread.
Right.
Yeah.
Very
You just
nice.
put enough liquids for it to form, and then you start kneading it.
Oh, awesome, wonderful.
Yeah.
But I really love this thick one because it's so versatile. You can
Yeah.
like fill it with fillings. We have some great salmon recipes on the Kidney Community Kitchen, and so you can, make the salmon and use the leftovers if you have any, and just make yourself a beautiful lunch
There you go.
sandwich like this.
Put your timer on
Oh
again.
wow! Yeah, I love using the timer because that's perfectly golden.
Again, like you would adjust your temperatures. So like you want like medium high, right? But yeah, you can just gauge like with your first batch, whether you want it cooked a little bit dark or a little bit lighter. It's just to your preference.
And we're trying to get our group to do more of the resistance exercise. So the Kidney Wellness Hub has those wonderful exercise videos that I recommend all the time. And if you're going to start doing that, you definitely need fuel. And so this kind of thing is a wonderful fuel before or after or around that exercise. That's really when I like to sort of promote eating a bit more carb dense. Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
How do you know the middle's cooked?
It's like you check right here.
Oh, you stick the fork in.
So when you poke it, like like he's doing to take it out, and then when it comes out, if there's some like gooiness on there, then it's not cooked yet. But we've been doing it for so long, right?
You just know, yeah. Like you said, just a bit more than that spoonful coating your spatula.
Yeah.
Then you know. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, that
And
looks
if you do
amazing.
like a bigger size than that, then you like do like 5 minutes instead of 2.
This is beautiful. This is so yum. I can't wait to eat this.
If you have like cinnamon and sugar, that would be awesome to go on there, right?
So next we're going to put together our wilted greens. We're going to add some color to our plate, and we're going to share the recipe with you next. Can't wait to do that. Have you ever made bannock on an open flame?
Yeah,
like
bannock
outdoors?
on a stick for sure.
Oh, on a stick.
Like that. Like a lot of people who grew up on the North Shore here know about the Longhouse.
Yes.
Everybody goes there like in elementary school.
Yes.
And they bring you to the Longhouse up in Squamish, and
Yes.
you do bannock on a stick there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I skipped grade 6,
Yeah.
and I didn't make it in grade 7 to go.
Yeah.
So I've actually never been,
Oh,
but my
man.
children have been. So
Yeah.
I'm missing out because they told me that they do cook the bannock and they love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, very nice. Okay, maybe someday I'll get like invited with the grade 7s.
Even if you have a fire pit somewhere, you can do it here too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I will try.
Yeah. Because, well, my partner Kelly, like she works a lot with youth and people that have need a little bit more support and stuff. And I volunteered with her at one of her camps one year, and I taught all of her kids to make bannock on a stick.
Yes.
And again, like the style we did was a little bit more thicker, right? Like,
Yes.
like a dough.
Yes.
So you make a dough and then
And
you
it
wrap
sticks.
it around the stick, right?
Yeah.
And then we just used like a regular campfire or propane barbecue.
Yeah, I love
But
that.
we did like different kind of chocolates, maple syrup,
Oh wow.
like anything like that you or
Is there?
your kids would like, right?
Yeah, you can pick your own flavor.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of funny. Like I think it was 2 seasons ago, I actually taught one of the Canucks how to do bannock on a stick.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, an
Yeah.
athlete could really benefit from this because it's the
Little bit
best form of energy.
Yeah.